Let's get started with SketchUp here. We'll be using SketchUp as our CAD program of choice for this short activity. Let's start off by showing you a little bit about the key features here. Tools that you're going to need in the toolbars. You want to make sure you've got the large tool set chosen. You don't actually need the getting started if you've got the large tool set chosen, so you can let that one go. We'll hit close on this. Important things to note here, if you're using a scroll wheel mouse, which is we highly recommend it, it allows you to do a couple of things very easily. Pressing down on the scroll wheel and holding it allows you to rotate parts around and change your perspective very easily. That's that orbit command right here. So you can click on it and do the same thing. I much prefer the scroll wheel mouse because you can choose it while you're working in another tool. Also the zoom, the scroll wheel in and out. All right, so click, rotate, zoom in, back up, rotate again, and you can do those while you're inside of a command. If you're drawing a line between 2 points and you need to change your perspective, it works great. So again, the scroll wheel mouse is highly recommended, and it'll be used here. If you're using a touchpad, it'll be hard to keep up without switching to a scroll wheel mouse. All right, so other things that are going on. This is the base model. We'll be creating a redesigned version of this small pump impeller. It's a fountain pump. It's about the size of your fist, and this small piece here will fit in the palm of your hand. It's about 1 inch in diameter where these 3 fins are. And we'll be redesigning this and working through this in just a minute here. A couple of other things. We want to check what units we're using. Under Window, Model Info, our preference is to use decimal, inches, and then the number of decimal places isn't entirely necessary, but 4 is certainly adequate for our work today. And then you can close it. Again, it's under Model Info, Units, and it'll give you the chance to change them. And the system will remember, so when you export, it uses these units. Okay. Some tools, like the circle tool here, you'll when you first grab it, you'll see down in the right-hand corner here that it tells you how many sides. So its default is not always 60. Once you've clicked it once, you can type in, say, 48 and hit enter. And so now every circle you draw will have 48 sides instead of 60. I'm going to hit escape out of that. So that gets us to our first piece of kind of how to use this. Again, this is the part we'll be recreating a version of this that will work with the fountain pumps. Your goal is to recreate it exactly, and then in class you'll redesign a portion of it, which is the impeller portion, this lower portion that moves the water.